Hi everyone, this is DJ Giroux, who also likes to work on my cars, save some money. So my Ford Fusion 2013 hybrid wasn't responding to open the door with the remote control door clicker. So I changed the batteries. That didn't work. It progressively got worse and worse and worse until the door wouldn't open. So I went and bought a new remote control. It was like, I programmed that myself. That was about $160, cheaper than the dealership who wanted like, I don't know, $400 or $500. So I did that myself with the little kiosk, and that was successful. I can tell you that. I did that on both of my cars. But then that even didn't open the door. So I thought, man, what am I gonna do? So I researched online. There were no videos really for the Ford Fusion hybrid 2013, but there was some guy, I think he was from the UK. He did it on his Ford Fiesta, I believe. And so it gave me enough information that I could try and do it myself, and that's what I did. And that's what this video is. So what it wound up being was the receiver. This thing, this is the broken one that I smashed to smithereens trying to get it out. But this happened to be in the headliner on the driver's side. So I had to drop the headliner, or the ceiling in the car headliner, dropped it down, and it was right there, and then I had to pry this thing out. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to show you what I did. Hopefully it'll help somebody, because when I tried to find a video, see if anybody else did this, I couldn't find one for my Ford Fusion 2013, and that was a problem. And some other videos or some other information on the web say, oh, you can't just put it in there because you have to program the receiver. And no, you don't. It just works. If you change out the car clicker, the remote control to open the doors, you have to program that. And I was able to do that myself too. When I bought the new car clicker, it came with a tool. When I got it through Walmart, which was great. The kiosk that they have there, about, like I said, about $160. So that worked, and that was well worth it. So anyway, let's go and see how I did it. So there's a few sections that are a little tricky, like taking this off. And I explained that you have to rotate this. You put it all the way to the top. You pull this out and put it up here, and then you rotate this around, and it'll slide through this slot. Then you pop this off. But before you do that, there's a nut right here. It's a hex, a small hex, I don't know the size. But you just pop this panel off, and this comes right out, and then everything else will just start popping off. Then you pop off the handles and the visor and the center console. And this one, I don't know if I really needed to take off, but I got to put that back. But so I was able to put everything back, more or less. Kind of crease the ceiling, and I don't think I really needed to take this light out, because this one's hard to put back on because of the pieces of metal it has holding it in there are really impossible to get back. And so I don't know how I'm going to get that back. So I would say don't pull that one out. But definitely you need to pull this handle down and this one. And since I pulled this one down, now it doesn't want to go back up. So a spring must have popped out or something like that. Kind of want to goes back up, but now gravity is pulling it back down. Well, folks, I have the new one here in my hand, and here's the old one that they seem to have glued on in there really well. So I still have to figure out how to take this out, but so I just wanted to make sure that this would work without programming, and it does. But by far the hardest thing to do was to take off the wire harness, because I think you need a dual-sided removal tool, but I didn't use that. I used this picking tool to just stick in there and pry it out, and then I used my needle nose long handled tool to just grab it. and just wiggle it back and forth until it came apart. So that's what I did. And you could see the roof liner. I didn't take the whole thing down because it was too much. I didn't think all that was necessary. I just kind of pried it down and I threw a light in there so I could see what I'm doing. And there's a couple other tricks that I could show you that hopefully will help you take this receiver out and replace it. So hopefully it works. All right, I just popped this in there. It slid right in these slots. Didn't seem like it was that complicated. So it's doable, definitely. And it didn't need to be programmed, at least for this 2013 Ford Fusion hybrid. Okay, well, now it's time to put the car back together again. So you can see, it took everything off, took the main light off, that took the front light, everything just snaps out of place. For the sun visors, I just let them both hang there, as you can see. So I try to do everything without totally disassembling the entire headliner. So let me see if I can put it back. So one of the most important things that I did or discovered was I was trying to figure out how to take this side panel off, and it says airbag on it. So I was scared it was going to deploy, but it didn't. But the way I got this off was this thing here just goes to the side, and I just slid it. You move this around, and I have my hand tied up now, but you push this all the way up. See if I can show y'all one-handed. And then this thing, it slides right through here. You just maneuver it like that. You see how that just happened? Right there. I just moved it to the side. And look, voila. So it just moves to the side and it slides through. I thought, man, how am I going to get that thing off? But look, there, just as easy. I took it off and I put it back on. Not bad. So some of the engineers were kind of thinking, I guess. Hope I didn't screw up this headliner though. But realistically speaking, this car already has 230,000 miles on it. So it's not going to last much longer, I could imagine. But that's why I do DIY whenever I can. All right, I just screwed these back in. So I had to take these off where the handles are, and there are these caps that go in there. And those caps, let's see, here's one of them. They just popped right off. I used one of those plastic, like a wedging tool. See, it just pops in, it pops out from the back here. And you just stick a plastic, anything. You can stick a screwdriver in there and it'll pop right out. And then for this one, I couldn't even take this off, so I just let it dangle. I don't care if it works or not. But there, that hooks in there like that. And I get the screws for this. Put it back in there. And this one, this unit just pops right in. It's just got these two snapping. So this was the easiest part of the whole thing. Goes right in there. Well, that's all I've got, folks. I hope this video helped you out. My clicker, my remote control for my Ford Fusion Hybrid 2013 seems to be working perfectly. I didn't need to program the receiver. It was in the headliner like I showed you in the video, and worked for me. I saved, apparently I saved about $600 according to, this is just figures I hear on the internet. So whatever I save, you know, I'm trying to stretch my dollar, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, as the song goes, right? So good luck with your project. Fix that car. Save some money. Thanks. Bye.